Welcome everybody to Demo Boost Pre-Sales Academy. I see some familiar faces or familiar names popping up. That's lovely. For those that haven't met me yet, I'm Anna Decroix and I am the CMO here at Demo Boost. We created the Demo Boost Pre-Sales Academy, and I'm thrilled to kick off the first session today. The story behind the academy is really based on the fact that we all are realizing that the way we demonstrate our softwares to buyers is changing, and the only way to stay on top of those trends is to continuously learn. That's why Demo Boost partners with pre-sales thought leaders and demo experts, hoping to bring actionable insights and guidance. And we're planning to do that on a monthly basis. Really. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce Marco Boon, who is the partner at the demo scene. Marco is a frontline practitioner with over 30 years of experience in the tech industry, 15 years as a pre-sales professional. And for the past 4 years, Marco has been building the demo scene, who is the leading demo training provider in Europe. The session today is about mastering the automated demos.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for this warm welcome and good afternoon to everybody. As Anna mentioned, the next 40 minutes will be all about demo automation mastery. And I will take you on a tour of how you can improve your automated demos to make them more compelling and increase conversion. And I'll do that using a before image and a after image. The last 4 years, I've been working for the demo scene. And at the demo scene, we believe in improving demos using Peter Cohen's great demo method. Although Great Demo was created for in-person software presentations, it contains a lot of tips and tricks that are applicable to your automated demos as well. And I will use this methodology today to explain to you how you can improve your automated demos, especially the structure of these automated demos. And to do so, I will use a product demo created by a company called XTM. And XTM is a Demo Boost user, and they are creating product demos so prospects can explore XTM software on their own from their website. And let me briefly introduce XTM to you. It is a company delivering software to update and localize large volumes of content. They deliver, amongst others, a product called XTRF, and this is a translation management software solution for language service providers. It offers a suite of tools for project management, vendor management, client management, and workflow automation for translations and localizations. It streamlines the entire translation process from project creation to delivery, helping organizations efficiently manage resources, track project progress, and collaborate with clients and translators. So I've taken the XTRF product tool, which is a click-through demo of the product, as my example. And before we start, I would like to thank XTM and especially Melissa for granting me this opportunity. So now let's go through this demo and analyze what we see. So when you start the demo, this is the first screen you will see. It is a welcoming screen giving you some information about the product, information on what to expect, and how to navigate through the demo. And I think for these kinds of demos, this is a good opening of the demo, giving the prospect some background information. With the second screen, we immediately get into the product. What we see is a dashboard. And the pop-up says something about personalizing this dashboard. But this is the first screen your prospect is seeing from your product. And it's important to tell them what they are seeing on the screen. Don't assume that your prospect gets what they are seeing. You have seen your product so many times, So for you, it's all clear, but don't assume that the prospect immediately gets it. So explain what they are seeing and explain what's in the columns, things like that. It's the first time they see this screen. Second step, the fact that we are going to create a project. And in this pop-up, it says, let's create our first project together. Well, in my opinion, this demo is about giving your prospect the idea that they are using your software. So I wouldn't use things like our or we. I would always give them the impression that they are really using your software. So when we click the next button, we get to another screen with a lot of information. And again, there is not a lot of information about this screen. So my recommendation would be try to use real life data in your demos to avoid distracting your prospect. And again, explain what is on the screen, because it's very important that they really understand what is on the screen. And we get to the next screen where we see a few fields. This is a really easy screen to navigate through. To add a project, you need to give a name, select a client, select a type of service. As a project manager in this business, I can totally see what a standard translation would be, and that is it. So in here, this pop-up tells the prospect what the benefit, what the value is for the prospect using this screen. They are in complete control at all times. The next screen starts with describing the data that's on the screen. The first part is about the high-level information. I think that is a bit vague, and it leaves prospect again searching for something in the screen. And can imagine that a prospect will have questions, because when I'm a project manager, I can imagine that a deadline, a client deadline, is essential for a project. So it makes me wonder why there is no client deadline in here. Let me stop here with this analysis. Now let's take the great demo methodology and see what we can learn regarding structuring a demo. The foundation of a great demo are these three pillars. And the first one is customer-centric versus product-focused. A demo should not be about the product, but should be about the customer and how the customer can benefit from using your product. Second one is do the last thing first. Show your prospect the most valuable thing in your software at the start of the demo and don't save it until the end. And the third pillar is getting from a monologue to a dialogue. A demo shouldn't be about sending information, but actually answering the questions of a prospect. And now you are probably thinking, okay, that second one, do the last thing first. I can work with that in automated demos, but the first one and the third one, they are not applicable or not achievable in an automated demo. And even the second one, how can you know what the most valuable screen, what the most valuable thing in your software is to the prospect if you don't know who is on the other side of the computer? Now let's discuss that in more detail. First of all, let's start with product focused versus customer centric. How can you put your prospect in the center of your demo if you don't know anything about them? The answer is simple. Get to know them a little bit better and let them decide what they would like to see. So instead of starting right away with the first screen, you offer them some options they can choose from. You offer them a menu. And in that case, the prospect can choose where to start. And where they want to start depends on their role and the challenges they are facing at the moment. A menu is not a list of features and functions of your software. In that case, your demo would be product focused. And looking at the example I've used before, when you look at the website of XTM, you will see more or less 3 roles that are important for this product, or that can use this product very well. That's a product manager, a sales manager, and a vendor manager. And the challenges they face are documented on the XTM website as well, both in text and video. So a menu can easily be created out of that information. And with that approach, the prospect becomes the center of the demo, and they decide what is important for them. The start of the demo is shifted from a product focus to a customer-centric approach. But that's only a part of the work. During your demo, the prospect needs to keep that feeling of being in charge. So offer the prospect choices during the demo, and they will create their own journey based on what they find important. Let's continue with the second pillar. And that is, the second pillar of a great demo is do the last thing first. Show the prospect the best screen, the best feature immediately in the demo, instead of showing them a complete process and then finishing with that screen. And since you have been creating a menu, you can start the automated demo by showing that specific screen right away. You not only show it, you explain what's on the screen, how it will help the prospect, and what the value is they may enjoy. And that's what you need to do for every single screen. Explain what they see, how it will help them, and what the value is they may enjoy. Automated demos are a perfect tool to show prospects how easy your software is to use. And the next step in this structure is to show exactly that. So you've shown the screen, that is the most important for the prospect, explained what they see, how it will help them solve their problems, and what value they may enjoy using it. And then you start in the next step at a logical starting point in your software, and with the fewest number of clicks, you navigate to that screen. And now the prospect understands what they need, and they have seen how easy it is to get there. And this will keep the prospect engaged, as he knows exactly why you are navigating through the software. And now the third pillar, turning your demo from a monologue into a dialogue. How can you achieve that? And I've already covered that. So give the prospect options. But what kind of options? Well, you all perfectly know what kind of questions you get when you show certain screens in your software. 70 to 90% of the questions you get during an in-person demo are always the same. So you probably know what questions the prospect has when he looks at your automated demo. Now give them those questions as an option and present that in a menu, and let them choose how they would like to continue their demo. You're turning your automated demo from a process-oriented harbinger into an interactive automated demo where the prospect gets answers to their questions. Every option in the menu is a short automated demo containing a challenge, a screen, the navigation to that screen, and a menu of questions. You're breaking your automated process demo into small parts and offer demo paths to the prospects. How to handle the 10 to 30% of the questions you didn't anticipate? Well, offer the prospect the easy possibility to submit their questions and answer these questions with an automated demo that you can send to the prospect afterwards. It's a perfect way to create an extra moment of contact. And at some point, prospect will like to end the demo. They have seen enough. At that point, give them a summary of the good things your software is bringing to your customers and some final options. Automated demo consists of the following elements. First, you discuss the situation, and the situation in an automated demo is based on the role of the person and the challenge. In an in-person demo, this would be a description of the information you have gathered during your discovery. But for an automated demo, it is just the role and the challenge they are facing. Next, based on that challenge and their role, you present an illustration. You present the most valuable screen to solve that challenge for the prospect. You're not only showing it, you are actually telling them what they are seeing on the screen. And after that, you tell them how it will solve their problems and how much value it will bring to them. After that, you show how easy they can get to that illustration, to that screen. So you start at a logical starting point in your software, and with the fewest number of clicks, you go to that screen. And now the prospect understands how easy it is to get to that screen. At that point, you give the prospects options in the form of questions. Because when you've shown all these things, they probably have some questions. And by giving them a menu with questions, they can choose what part of your software or screen they want to explore more. That's what we call peel back the layers. They get the opportunity to ask questions and get answers to that. And if they ask a question about something that's not in your automated demo, you provide them with a simple method to ask that question. And you can answer that question by sending them information or by sending them another automated demo. And at the end, you give the prospect a summary. I have created a new structure for this XTRF demo. And I've used the screens they used in the demo we saw, taken some information from the website, and changed the orders of the screens to show how a new structure could look like for the prospects. All right, so let's start with this demo. So we start with a menu with the relevant options for the prospect. And this could be something like this, where you state the most important challenge your prospect is facing, and you ask them what their role is. In this case, it could be a sales manager, a project manager, or a vendor manager. And let's assume that that the prospect in this case chooses for project manager. Then you offer another menu where you state the most important project manager's challenges you know from your business, and give them the opportunity to start exploring your software based on the challenges they have today or feel that are the most important to them at this point in time. So the prospect here, they choose the option as project data is stored in different files, keeping control is difficult. Let's imagine this one is using Excel files to store all this kind of data. All right, so after choosing that option, we will start to present an illustration. So the best screen that will show how all this data is in one place and where this prospect can really control their projects. So you show that screen, and then the first thing you do is explain what they see on the screen. So in much more detail than we did before. Explain what they are seeing on the screen. All the different parts that are really important for a project manager to really understand. We get to the process, we've seen that before. We take the time to explain what is on the screen. And then when you've explained what's on the screen, you give them information on how this is going to solve their problems and what value they can experience from that, which is the part, this part of the pop-up here. And here we have a menu. So we let the prospect choose the next step in the demo. And here the prospect will choose for, yes, show me how to get to the project detail screen. And this is the do it part of your automated demo. And the do it part is all about showing how easy it is to get to that screen, to get to the solution. In a few clicks, yes, we are starting at the dashboard because that's where you are after the logon. And then you just explain where to click to get to detailed screen. So now you're not discussing every single screen because your objective here is to show how easy they can get to that detailed screen, to the solution to their problems. All right. So now we've done the do it part. Now we get to the peel back the layers part. So, and peel back the layers is all about answering questions from this prospect. And you offered a menu with questions you typically get when you show these kind of screens to the prospect. So I've put here some examples. And let's imagine that this customer says, yes, show me how to edit a process, because I think that's very important. So they choose show how to edit this process. So then we start all over again with showing them the illustration. The illustration that will solve that problem, that question. You explain again the screen and what they see, and at the end, you briefly convey how it solves their problems, and you offer again a menu. And in this case, in this peeling back the layers part, because we are in that part, our prospect chooses to ask a question because they've seen these configure steps and they are very much intrigued by that. But it's not in the demo. So in that case, offer them a way to capture that question. And of course, this part is not in your demo because configuring project steps is all about the setup mode. And a demo should be about the daily use mode, the way a project manager is using this product. After submit, he gets back to this screen again, and now he will choose to go to the menu again, and from here they can choose another challenge they are interested in.